Hi, I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are Two Paper Girls.
Today's Top 5 Wednesday is all about the authors that you want to read more of. So it might be that you've read like 1 or 2 books and you want to read everything they've ever written. Or in our case, it's a couple where we haven't actually read any, but we've heard so much that we want to read like a variety of their books still.
I've only got one to actually talk about today. So Laura's going to do 2 and then I'm going to do the 1. And then I was going to do her the 2. So this is a joint 5 today rather than our usual 5 each.
Just going to go straight into it. My first one is Ian McEwan, who has written so many things. He pumps out a book like every 6 months. But I really want to read more of him because I read his book Enduring Love at A-level and I absolutely loved it. Most people in my class hated it, but I thought it was great. And since then, every time I see an Ian McEwan book, I grab it and I'm like, when it's cheap or whatever, I'm like, oh, Ian McEwan. And then just don't read them. So I have about 5 of his books. There's 2 here. I brought this one to uni thinking it was like, you know, an adult law case if I wanted like a bit of a different read. And I bought this one quite recently. It's called Nutshell and it's part of the Hogarth Shakespeare series, so it's all the retellings, and this one's a retelling of Hamlet told in the perspective of a baby in a womb who can hear like his mother and father's discussions and how she's like plotting to kill the father with the uncle, things like that, and it kind of links to the Bounded in a Nutshell quote. So this is probably the next Ian McEwan book I'm going to pick up, but he has loads and I always think they sound really good and I've got so many of them I need to just get round to it. And the next one you'll probably be familiar with, and that is Matt Haig, which Amy talks about all the time, and that is why I want to read his books so much. I follow him on Twitter and he's hilarious and very politically active as well at the minute, but he just writes really great things. And if you saw our special announcement in I think our March wrap up, we got sent an earlier copy of his new book How to Stop Time, which we're so excited by. Amy's already read it, gave it 5 stars, her review will be going up and I'm probably going to read it in May. It's about a guy that ages really slowly, so you kind of see him through like lots of different time periods. It's already going to have a film with Benedict Cumberbatch. We think it's going to be huge, so we're so excited to have it early. But there's also The Humans, which I think was Amy's first Matt Haig book, and I have a copy and I still haven't read it. So there's all the Matt Haig to get round to, and all of his books sound fab and they're standalone, so I don't know why I haven't got round to them yet.
And the only author that I want to read more of is V. Schwab, because Laura and our friend Leah just absolutely adore her and she sounds absolutely amazing. Laura knows that I'm going to love this series so much, and this series as well. Is this a series?
It's a duology.
Oh god, yeah, The Dark Duet. That's coming out soon. And then this is like the last book.
That's the second one.
The second book? I don't know what's going on, but these all look amazing. I like how they just, you can tell they're by the same author as well, like from the cover. And just, I like the premise of just all of these stories. So I just can't wait to get into these books finally.
My next one is Rainbow Row, which to Amy's dismay because she hates Rainbow Row, but we both only read Fangirl and Amy doesn't want to read more Rainbow Row, but I do because I quite liked Fangirl. I liked a lot of us. I think I gave it 4 stars. I thought it felt quite new and refreshing, and all the premise of her books just sound like really cute contemporaries, but I'm not in the mood for contemporaries very often. I've got Carry On here, which for some reason is the only one I have lying around, even though I'm not particularly interested in reading this too soon. But Eleanor and Park I've always thought sounded really interesting, and Landline, and I own them both. So again, they're standalone, so I just need to get round to more Rainbow Row. And my last one is Andrew Smith, which again I haven't actually read any books of yet. I started Winger in summer, but I wasn't really in the mood for it. I was kind of forcing myself to read it because I wanted to get into Andrew Smith books, but I just wasn't in the mood for contemporary. It definitely wasn't the book's fault, so I haven't lost hope at all. And I know Amy loves Winger and Standoff, that duology. And a lot of his books are a bit wacky, and Amy thinks I might not like those, like the Alex Crow in the Grasshopper Jungle, but he's got enough, like 100 Sideways Miles, that just sound really good. So I definitely want to like get into Andrew Smith as well, because he's one where I've heard about him on BookTube for years and just haven't. And then again, they're standalone, so I don't know why. I think it's because they're contemporary.
So these are all the authors that we would like to read more of. If there are any that I have completely missed, because I know I've only said one, like things do come to mind, like Diana Gabaldon, because I have the first book of Outlander and I've been wanting to read that for a really long time now. But V. Schwab's just really up there, and I thought I'm just going to dedicate to her for the next couple of months.
Yeah, Amy's really good at liking an author and just reading everything they've written in about 6 months, and I'm really bad at that. So this is a bit of a mix and match topic for us, but we hope you enjoyed it and let us know down below which authors you want to read more of, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye!